Charlotte.
And I'm Angus.
And welcome to the LA1 Show and our brand new studio. Tonight is filled with the loveliest guests we could find on this cold December evening, who will, I'm sure, be giving their opinions on everything ranging from festive bakes to dance auditions.
The LA1 Show will bring to you campus going-ons, keeping you in the loop so you don't miss a single thing.
As we said before, we're not alone in the studio tonight. We have two of the lead roles from Cabaret, Robbie Love and Charlotte Blatt.
We also have Jack and Charlie, who are representing student media.
And last, but by no means least, we have Jenna, President of English Literature Society, acting as our student voice this evening.
Fantastic. So let's get started. First up, we have Cabaret. In April 2013, Lancaster University will be putting on a production of the jazz hand spectacular, Cabaret.
We have some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, and also joining us here in the studio are two of the newly cast leading actors. But first off, let's take a look at the auditions and why you lot love musicals.
Colourful,
sexy,
exciting,
dazzling,
sensual,
decadence.
Oh, the words just... the CD.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret.
I've always wanted to watch live show, but I never had the chance to do that. Really.
You may just have a chance. April 2013, Lancaster is putting on its very own musical.
The first week back after Easter that the show is on.
If you want to play or you want to sing and dance and act in a musical, it's the best opportunity you're going to have in your university experience.
So, tell us a bit about Cabaret. So, what actually happens in the musical and what your characters are.
Okay, it's set in 1930s Berlin during the Weimar Republic, so just before the Second World War, and culture's booming. And there's Sally, she's an English girl, she's come over to Berlin because she wants to be a singer, but she's not actually that good. So she gets a job in a cabaret bar, and she's a bit starved for the English accent. And then she meets, the MC works at the cabaret club, and then she meets a man called Cliff, who's an American.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have very much money, so she ends up trying to stay with him. So they end up living together, and they have a very weird relationship. And then she gets pregnant, and she has an abortion. And it's quite sad. There's lots of upbeat songs.
Good,
MC brings all the upbeat songs, but then it's
Yeah.
really sad because it's just the onset before the war. So the Kit Kat Club ends up getting closed down, and you notice that the gays at the clubs. They'll get carted off. It's quite sad at the end, but the music's amazing. It's really jazzy.
Yeah,
and
the
cool.
music's really fun.
Yeah,
definitely. Anyway, that was great. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Now to the recent changes within the FTO officer roles. This next clip will give you an insight into how exactly these roles are changing and how it could affect you.
Hello and welcome to LA1TV. I'm Lois and I'm here to tell you a bit more about the proposal to change the FTO structure. So for example, there'll be proposals to change roles slightly and even add a completely new role. In week 8, there'll be a referendum where Steve Smith will propose these changes, and it'll be up to you guys to vote for or against these changes online, along with your votes for the JCR. But first, I'm going to head out around campus and just see what you students think an FTO actually is. So guys, do you know what an FTO is?
No.
No idea. No clue at all. Nope. Guys, what do you understand by the term FTO?
Absolutely nothing.
Full-time officer? No?
Never.
No. Friend to orangutans.
So an FTO is a full-time paid officer of the university, and I'm going over to talk to Libby Martin, who is the VP for Events and Democracy, to find out more about an FTO and the changes to her role.
There's 6 of us, and we each have different remits focusing on different areas of the union. Generally, it's just about us gauging student opinion, making sure that everything's student focused, making sure that we're fighting for the rights of students and that their voice is heard, really.
Now, one of the groups of students who will definitely be affected by the changes are those involved with student media. So with us we have Charlie Edwards, Bellrig's very own station manager, and Jack Smith, who is the assistant editor over at Scan.
Right, so what stage are we at in the process of the sort of FTO restructure?
Well, there's been a lot of consultation with students, and it's the changes that have been proposed have been passed at Union Council now, which is the highest policy-making body of the union, and it's just been passed at referendum with the student body in the recent elections. It got about 2,100 votes in favour, I think. So, so now it's passed, it's all a done deal, and it's going to be implemented next academic year.
Okay. It's one of those things that happens, it's supposed to happen every 5 years, but that doesn't mean to say that the changes only happen every 5 years. So, for example, the role of VP of Media and Comms is not something that was introduced 5 years ago, it was introduced a little bit later. So, although there has been a restructure, it's something that will continue to be growing and stuff.
Now, for the question undoubtedly running through a lot of Lancastrian students' minds, what will you be wearing this Christmas?
Two of our newest LA1TV members, Emma and Louise, scoured campus for the most stylish students here at Lancaster. So let's take a little look at how you guys look.
Hi, we're LA1TV. I'm Emma, this is Louise, and this is Laura, the fashion editor of Scam. And today we're in Bowling Bar, and we're going to ask Laura a few questions about the upcoming party season and any Christmas and winter tips that everyone's wondering, basically.
We're going to ask you some quick fire questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
All right then. So, high street or designer?
High street. High street. Designer. High street.
Designer.
The high street.
High street. Neither.
If students aren't sleeping, it's pretty much a given that we're eating. So now for something that will make us crave biscuits, cakes and everything delicious, and probably bad for us.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the wonderful society that is the Baking Society.
Hello and welcome to the LA1 Show. We are here on campus bright and early this morning to join the Baking Society in another culinary adventure. Let's take a look at what they're baking today. Hello, we are here with Emily Rack, who's the president of the society. So what are you baking today?
Today we're baking jam tarts / lemon tarts, whatever they fancy putting in them.
How do you get involved with the Baking Society?
I started as a first year last year. I signed up at Freshers Fair and then came along. I got on an exec position November last year, and then came up to president at Hustings at the end of last year. For everyone else, we've got a Facebook page, a website, an email address, and we are in Burland North, Seminar Room 8 from 6 till 8 every other Monday. But all that information is on either the website or the Facebook site.
We have a lot of bakes and a lot of socials and charity events. Like next week, our calendar is coming out. Baking Society does calendar girls. So if you want to see us all with our buns out, go to the Lucy shop.
In my house at Christmas, it's always split between half of us love Christmas pudding and half of us don't. Are you Christmas pudding people? Do you love your Christmas pudding, or do you just think?
Can't stand the stuff.
What would you say is sort of a substitute for a Christmas pudding?
Yule log.
Yule log. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as a kid, I hated Christmas pudding, but I always had Yule log. But now I can't get enough of Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
I prefer a cheese board.
Oh,
cheese board with a glass of port.
I feel so bad and so greedy because I would add every single one of those and a tin of Quality Street, and that's my Christmas basically. That is all I've got.
So you guys are all in a Christmassy mood, then you're looking forward to Christmas. Fantastic. So am I.
Well, I'll tell you what, I could definitely eat all of that right now.
But we have to, unfortunately, leave you guys today. That was the LA1 show, the very first LA1 show. So thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it, and thank you to each and every one of the guests, production team, and all of you lovely viewers at home.
So have a great Christmas break, and Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.